Information is key, and that is why we aim to unlock the doors of opinion, unveiling the stories that need to be told. Join Omobola Sandra and Sage Babalola on the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. as we invoke the thought-provoking discussion, tackle the tough questions, challenge assumption, and give a voice to the unheard. This is the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Welcome on board the Morning Express.
Good morning.
Welcome back. Thank you for standing by. You are still on to Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. My name is Sage Babalola. It's the Morning Express. Basically, we have about 4 hours of conversation where we have conversations about reports on the front pages of our dailies, and then we also give you an opportunity to participate on the program by opening the phone lines, our streaming platforms, our text message, and also our WhatsApp message platform. What happening right now is Mainland Focus. This is the part where we specifically dedicate to those who want to participate. For Mainland Focus, we usually give out about 2 stories for participation, but today being Open Mic Thursday, there are no restrictions of any kind on the stories that you can speak about on radio. But then that there is no restriction on the stories to talk about does not mean there is no restriction to the way you can present the stories on radio. You have 2 minutes to speak your mind or to address any story of your choosing. But before I do that, before we went on the break for trends in the papers, we were not able to take one story on the front page of The Guardian, and I think Fuad wanted to say something about that. So we're going to bring Fuad Said back on board as is usual practice here to give us his focus of the day, but we'll first address that particular story and then we would open the phone lines for you to participate. My name is Sage Babalola. This is Mainland 98.3 FM, and like I said before, this is Mainland Focus, the open mic edition. 2 minutes for each person. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube, Mainland 98.3 FM. So join us if you would like to be a part of the program. Fuad, welcome back. Good morning to you for a second time.
All right, thank you so much, Sid.
Yes.
The story we were not able to take.
Do you want me to read some parts of it?
No, I have the story already, and so that we don't waste too much time.
Yeah.
It's just the president reacting to this call for restructuring. There's this continuous call for the country to be restructured. And when we talk about restructuring, it comes with a lot of things. And so what the president is saying basically is that, look, he's not going to rush to restructure the country, even though it's not something he can do on his own. He can only set the agenda, of course, set up the legislative framework for that to happen. When it comes to restructuring, there's a lot of conversation that will come into it. Fiscal federalism, resource control, issue of the security system in the country. Again, looking at what is in the exclusive, concurrent, and residual list and how to reorganize all of that. So, but it's good that the president has said that, look, he is still committed to restructuring the country. The timeline is what is not clear about, and what he's saying is that he wants to put the country on a solid foundation first before he now begins to talk about restructuring. But there's a problem with that. The reason why people are calling for restructuring is that, look, there can't be a solid foundation for Nigeria to thrive and develop without restructuring. So you can't set up a foundation and then restructure. Restructuring in itself is a call to set the foundation of Nigeria, upon which we can now develop other things. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
So if the president is saying that, look, I'm committed to restructure, but I'm going to do it in a rush. I need to put some things in place first as a solid foundation. We are saying that, look, there can't be solid foundation that will engender development in Nigeria without restructuring. So, you understand? So, but again, so that we don't waste too much time, because people are saying that, look, the commitment of the president to restructuring is not as much as when he was not in power. When he was on the other side as an opposition leader, and when he was in the days of Nadeco, the commitment and the statements and some of the things he said about the need to restructure the country, that they are not seeing enough commitment from him towards that particular direction. What's it called? The Nadeco man has said that, look, they keep telling him this is the time to restructure the country. So, but we'll dig into that some other time. But open mind for me today says is that it is also good that the president is taking responsibility. Is accepting responsibility, taking responsibility, not blaming anybody like his aides have been doing. And I think it's a bit refreshing to know that the president has owned up to the reality of this moment and he said that, look, things are going to get better, trust me. But, people are not going to just rely on trust. They want to see actionable plans of the government that shows that indeed they are committed to fixing the problem and getting people back to their normal life. I keep saying it. We will not encourage any form of government of tokenism, sharing of rice and beans and all of that. Nigerians want an enabling environment for them to run businesses, try, do their thing, earn a living and be able to feed their family without waiting for government to give them rice and beans and all of these kinds of things. That's why a lot of the promises have not been fulfilled. Because again, we are working in an extremely corrupt system. So anything you do, corruption just swallows it. So it is good that the president is committing to that. The other one is the issue of the emergency we have with the price of prescription drugs and pharmaceutical products. An executive order is good, but it would have been nice to have the details of that executive order. But again, people that should know have already set the agenda. That this is the time to support the pharmaceutical sector. Tax waivers, tax exemptions, duty waivers, at least in the short term. Because what a lot of pharmaceutical companies are saying is that, look, even if they are producing here locally, a lot of the active ingredients to produce those drugs are still largely imported. You understand? See, apart from overhead cost of production, energy cost and all of that, it still imports most of the active ingredients, apart from the drugs that are imported completely, fully produced over there. So we need to have details of what will be done short term to bring down the cost of drugs. If you go to the hospital, you understand that we are not in a very good situation. It's an emergency that needs to be addressed immediately. Because a lot of people are taking their people away from the hospital. And when they do that, those will just die. We are not even good with records. You understand? See? So if you go to hospitals, you understand the problem Nigerians are facing. Some of them are admitted, they struggle to get their people admitted in teaching hospitals, in some of the public hospitals, but they can't even run their treatment properly because when drugs are prescribed, they can't afford it. Those things are too expensive. So the government needs to also look into that. At least all of these monies we are saving, the government is saving money, they don't have enough money, we can look into supporting the health sector, especially when it comes to cost of prescription drugs.
Thank you very much, Fuad. We appreciate you for your analysis. The phone lines are now open for conversation. It's Open Mic Thursday on Mainland 98.3 FM. You have 2 minutes to give us your submission. Any story of your choosing. It can either be stories from this morning or developing stories. As long as it's a story that is significant, you can definitely call and speak to us about it. 0913 410. Again, 0913 410. That's the phone line. If you'd rather send a text message or you want to reach us via WhatsApp, the number is 0913 430. All right. Our Facebook, YouTube platform as well, Mainland 98.3 FM. We're streaming on those platforms, so you can join us live. In case you don't have access to your video, you can watch the show live on Facebook at Mainland 98.3 FM. Let's take our first phone call for the morning. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir, Babalola. Fuad, I greet you.
He's with us. He's with us.
I hope you are okay. It is well with us. Thank God for another day.
Thank God, Pastor Ambrose. Thank you for calling.
Restructuring, according to Fuad. Let them restructure our dollar to naira first. That's the most important thing. Because the naira, I hear the naira is appreciating gradually.
Yes.
So, it's a good development. Let us also restructure it to the glory of God and make sure that things work well. I want to say very, very clearly that the drugs are so expensive. Some of us, there are some special drugs that we use, and I can tell you that those drugs are so expensive, and it's because of the naira and the dollar. So when we are talking of restructuring, it is all about the dollar. They should find some fee. All these measures they are taking against the dollar will not work until we decide to ban dollars. Some people will call and say it's not possible. It is possible. After all, the dollar itself is the reason why we are where we are now. If you go to market in the morning, in the afternoon, it's another price. You go in the afternoon, in the evening, it's another price. So they should do something about this dollar. It's just the dollar that is making everything to be expensive. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Thank you very much, Pastor Ambrose. Let's take our next phone call. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, good morning to you, ma'am.
Yeah, my name is Miriam Abiodun. I'm calling from 𝐴 this morning.
Nice to have you, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think today is an open mic, right?
Yes, it's open mic Thursday.
Okay, so my own open mic today is that I heard President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is coming around to get the person today. And the rail line is coming to commission. That side does not have any flyover, any pedestrian or Nigerians to pass, even for us to even pass. And they said the train will be passing every 30 minutes. So I don't really know how will they do it. How are we going to be passing through that person now that they will commission it and the train will be passing for every 30 minutes? Because I don't really understand. I don't know. Because now, everybody now, we are unable to pass that because everybody are there, everything are there. And then we're not even talking about the pedestrian that people will even pass to cross to the other side. And they want to commission it. And I think the first thing they should do is to do flyover bridge so that people can be passing. Even without the bridge, the place is dangerous for people to pass at night. Area boys are there, scouts are there. They do every passing there at night. You cannot pass there anything after 3. So now, and they want to commission the red line or the blue line. I don't even know for them. So what are they commissioning? I think the best thing is just to do the operation first. First to be comfortable to pass the train. Because every 10 minutes, how do you want to do it?
I'm sure some sort of advisory would be put out there to direct traffic, even with pedestrians or another. I'm saying that I'm pretty sure an advisory rather will be put out there. Lamata and other relevant stakeholders will put out some sort of advisory out there on traffic diversion and also for the pedestrians as well. And as we get that information, we'll definitely make it available to the general public. Thank you very much for drawing our attention to that. We appreciate you. Let's take another phone call. Hello.
Hello, Babala.
Yes, morning to you, sir.
Good morning. I like this one.
Nice to have you.
Thank you. First of all, on restructuring, I think it's a welcome idea the president mentioned it. Why people is clamoring for restructuring is because our amalgamation has mixed some sectors, went bad. Instead of progressing, they are backwarding. It makes them to fall back. I remember when Nigeria were operating regionalization. Everybody is operating on his own level. If you are not really, you are not willing to be academician, it's your own problem. So we have Westerner, we have Easterner, everybody is progressing on his own level. So this our amalgamation has made some people, some sectors suffer. So I think enough is enough for this issue because it looks like we are not compatible. So I think the issue of restructuring is a welcome idea and it should be treated with immediate alacrity. So that is that on that. On the issue of pharmacy, well, I think these are the areas where Nigeria is searching for. Pharmaceutical is very based on our health. I think if the federal government, can invest much on drugs to help the masses, I think it's instead of wasting money on palliative. And this is what we are saying about the issue of palliative is a waste of money. Our refinery is not touched. So I think we are appealing to the government to look for to look into that. The drug cost now is so high. On the issue of security, Babalola, you remember, the Senate in the assembly they called the attention of the Commissioner of Police of Abuja and I think is the Abuja minister because of the kidnapping. Because they kidnapped one of their aides and allowed the killing. The kidnapper kill him. So you see, it's because the guy is he's a big man. That is why they are not summoning the Commissioner of Police. What of other people that is not known? This is what we are saying. They are not serious about security. Farmers cannot go to farm and you say you want you want food to be available. How will it be available? If any bandit or any kidnapper, we have a lot of security agents. Let them move to the forest.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you for your submission. 0913-6000-410 is the phone line. To Open Mic Thursday on Mainland 98.3 FM. Your WhatsApp and your text messages can be sent to the number 0913-6000-430. And please join us on our live stream or our streaming platform, Facebook and YouTube at facebook.com/Mainland 98.3 FM, or just search Mainland 98.3 FM on Facebook and you can connect to our live stream. You can also take advantage of the live chat option on the streaming platform and drop your submissions on there. I'll read the messages as soon as they drop. Let's take a few more phone calls before we segue to the WhatsApp platform. 0913-6000-410 is the phone line. Hello. Hello. Yes, good morning to you.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Madam Ify. How are you now?
I'm fine, very well. Good morning.
He's with us.
Okay, how are your family? We are talking about food. If you see what drug is talking about, of course, at my age, you don't expect me not to be, dealing with one or two things in my system. The drugs that I started taking 2 years ago, that my doctor changed for me. When I was buying it 3,000 each. And I used 2 of it every month, which was fairly enough. It's not up to 8,000. That same drug now is 16,000. 2 of it is 32,000. So where will you expect me to be? So I won't eat. I without me taking them, I cannot eat because of _of sugar. Hello.
I'm with you, Madam Ify. Please go ahead.
Because of _of sugar. So how do you now expect me? If I don't have the money, what happens? Many people will go back to Agbo. Or they say, okay, let me face death once and for all.
No, we won't get to that.
Okay, why not you don't try now?
We won't get to that.
We don't reach that stage. Is it if I use about 40,000 to buy drugs in a month? What am I? How much? What am I eating? So is that drug side? People like _Mso, people who have a factory, industry here, produce all these drugs that are the issue.
They're private enterprises, right? And they have to make decisions that would help them to maximize profit. So, we can't make demands.
Everybody is not calling dollar. They've dollarized our economy. That's what they say. That the money, the thing we are bringing is in dollar. The materials we are using to producing this drug is dollar. And that look at it. Anyway, my last submission on this platform within the week about this _of I told you people that thing is archaic. It's archaic. When someone was saying it on the rally day, I said, hey, the same thought. Nigeria has changed. They should review that _of report before implementation.
Thank you, Madam Ify.
They should review it. They should let us go into it.
Thank you for calling. We appreciate you. Let me go to Facebook for a little bit. We have on Facebook here, Prince Leo Ozoma says, good morning, Babalola and Fuad. My take is on electricity. This is the very first time that we're having a 188 megawatt geometric power plant in Nigeria and in Abia State built privately, and we seem to be quiet about it. $800 million project is not moi moi. Kudos to Professor Bart and Naji. Just imagine this. 9 local government areas out of the 17 local areas in Abia State will be wired without constant electricity for 24 hours daily. Okay, with constant electricity for 24 hours daily, which means more employment opportunities and economical growth. I hope other eastern states and other states in Nigeria will embrace this lofty achievement if corruption permits them. Congratulations to Professor Barton Aji for spearheading this vision, and as the founder and the chairman of GPL Indigenous Power Company, and to the governor, of course, of the Labour for for all of his support in line with the visionary leadership. Leo Azoma from Isolo, Lagos. I'm sorry, it's a mouthful, and I'm trying to get to the point of your message. But thank you so very much. We did see that in the papers. We're definitely going to have conversations about that and the impact it would have on electricity in the country overall. Thank you. Onotoye Michael on Facebook also says, hello, Mainland FM. For how long shall one government to another continue to set up economic teams and advisory committees? What happened to the economic team under former President Buhari's administration, which was headed by the former Vice President Osibajo, that came up with a blueprint? To me, what I can conclude from all of this is that the government is not prepared for governance. We all know that there's zero tolerance for corruption. The economy of every country will be on the right path. The government keeps talking about diversification of the economy to agriculture, where farmers cannot go to farm, and that is the cause of the food crisis in the country. Now, President Tinubu is setting up another economic committee that is full of people for their own personal interest. How can government bargain with Dangote to bring down the price of cement that used to be sold for 5,500, which now suddenly jumped to 13,000, to now settle for 7,000? Are these the likes of people that Nigeria will trust and confide in to revamp the economy? May God deliver us. Thank you very much. Alex Solomon, still on Facebook, says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. Was NLC supposed to bow to threats and pressure? The NLC president, prior to the 27th, vowed to ensure that the two-day protest was effected. Imagine him eventually bowing to mere threats. I repeat, the protest was just a cosmetic display. There is no variance between the federal government and the NLC, says Alex Solomon from Isheri, Lagos. Thank you. Evangelist Pascal on Facebook says, Mr. President has shown that he does not care about the plight of Nigerians. Okay, thank you very much, Evangelist Pascal. I cannot take the rest of your messages, but please keep the messages coming through. We're on Facebook at Mainland 98.3 FM. We're streaming live. Send the messages there and I'll take them. I'll go back to the phone lines now, take a few more calls, and then I'll go to WhatsApp. Please forgive me if I'm taking pauses in between. I'm trying to make sure, regardless of the platform you choose to use to contribute on the show, I'm able to accommodate you. All right. So let's take a few more phone calls. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, morning to you.
Yeah, this is Ben. Okay. Yeah. What there?
He's not here. Go ahead.
Okay, good. I want to talk about the food shortage of things, and some people are coming out. We should open the border. I think we should be very careful in that making that decision. If we open the border, people that are supplying us food, with the other way around, finance insecurity in the country. If we are opening a border because of insecurity, look at what is going on in Ukraine. People in Poland are very close to Ukraine. At their position, they still ask the Poland government to block border because they don't want their food to come into Poland. So if we open the border because of the shortage of food for now, the people that are supplying us food, they may the other way around, turn the other way around to finance insecurity, so that we will continue to perpetuate. Depend on them for food security. So we should be very careful on that. On the area dollar, look, if you don't ban dollar in Nigeria, we'll continue to cry. Nothing will change. If you like bring anybody from abroad to come and advise government on the issue of the economy, nothing will change. We should put end to dollar. That is the solution. We should all right to tell government what to do. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for your participation. Hello. Hello. Okay. Where you are
on the students' loan scheme.
The website was supposed to be set up before the end of this month so that you can apply, and other modalities. This month was the timeline that was given. It will be fully operational. That's the information available right now.
Airport said they should make it operational as soon as possible.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate you for your call. I'm sure. Hello. Good morning to you, Mainland FM. Hello. Yes, can you turn down the volume on your radio, sir, and speak up a little bit?
Already out for the Good morning.
Good morning.
Well,
yes.
Please help me and thank
you didn't tell us your name, sir.
Now in the was there. You know, I'm standing here and I have a doctor's revision that I contact those I can tell about 50,000, 60,000. The Canadians are not getting anything. Everything. They don't want us to die. Please put the president help us and get the jobs restructured very, very, very well.
Don't find that dollar nowhere. Who are not there? You go say, let's throw it there. I'm getting one.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
Yes.
Yes, on this open market, the whole world, if America takes number one position, then Nigeria ought to be number two, because we have everything it takes to even compete with America. But the problem we have is corruption. Corruption. We have not given corruption the attention it deserves. When Atiwaju was inaugurated and he said he was going to hit the ground running, I was expecting that the first day in office he should declare emergency on the state of corruption in the country, because that is the problem we have. All the officials of the Buhari government, and even up to now, they are thinkingly rich, combined, they are richer than Nigeria. And yet we have not taken a very drastic action to recover the money.
Thank you, Barrister.
And we are going inaugurating committee upon committee. Is that going to solve our problem?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much for your call. Hello. 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 Okay, call us back if that was you. We're going to take a few WhatsApp messages that we've gotten so far, and I would also go back to Facebook before I double back to the phone lines. I don't know if it is a connection issue, but not to worry, we'll sort that out. We can use the opportunity to take messages on our WhatsApp platform. We have a message here. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. Okay, good morning, Sage and Fuad. My submission is on the issue of drugs. Baba should try and do something about it, because as it stands now, the ordinary man cannot afford drugs again. My name is Generous from Shomolu. Good morning, Generous. Thank you for your message. We have another one here. Good morning, my mainland FM family. My name is Odugbeson Kayode from Jakonde Estate. Okay, hold on a second. Port Harcourt refinery will be ready since December, and it is 90% ready. Dangote refinery has been opened, crude oil has been supplied, but where are the products? Why is this government treating 200 million plus citizens like we do not know what we're doing? The government has nothing to offer. I'm not speaking to anyone specifically, but please, when you're sending your messages, I implore you to please punctuate as much as you can. I'm reading in real time, and I don't have the capacity to edit as I read. So please, when you're writing, punctuate properly, space properly, so I don't get the wrong information out there, and I don't ignore your message because I can't spend so much time editing it as I'm reading. Okay, so please, let's make this easy for each other. We have another message here. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. As long as the government keeps playing politics with these policies, we're going nowhere. Owen from Lagos is the author of that message. Thank you very much, Owen. We have another message here. Good morning to you. My name is Dio from Fagba. Now, look at the story. Look at the situation we're in right now since the government has been in power. Okay, Dio from Fagba. Every time I try to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you just never stop. If you want us to read your messages, I like your consistency, but at least you send messages that are radio friendly. The consistency in sending messages that are so crude that we cannot read them on air is alarming. Just please, thank you. We have here, good morning, Madam Sage. NCC has directed all network providers to block customers who are having issues with their NIN and BVN registration and linkage. There's a news report that the court has ruled that the service providers should stay action in blocking their customers. Please, can I know the status of this salient matter and its ultimatum? Noah from Igodo. Noah, doing trends in the papers, we reviewed that. The NCC says there is no direction like that one from the court. There is no information from the courts that they should stay the other. They are going to obey the information that the service providers are going to obey the NCC. And if you have not linked your NIN to your SIM card, chances are by midnight today, the 29th of February, you might not be able to perform primary operations using your SIM card. And you actually have to visit offices or annexes of these service providers to link your NIN and start using your SIM card again. So the papers this morning actually said it, that the service provider says there's no information from from the NCC that they should suspend barring of the line. So it's going to take effect from today unless before the end of the day we get new information. Still on WhatsApp, good morning to the crew. The president tells us that we should hold him responsible for his actions. Mr. President, we don't need a fortune teller to tell us that you haven't done very well. 90% of Nigerians have lost their faith in the government. Many of us don't even believe the process Okay. Thank you very much, Mayor from 𝐴𝐾. We appreciate you for your message. Let me go back to the phone lines now. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning. My name is Mazi from Jushaga.
Welcome to you. Welcome, Mazi. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, God bless you.
Yeah.
Let me start from where you stopped. She talked about drugs. You know the drugs we used to buy 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, it's now 25,000. The building materials have gone up. 16 mm of road is I priced it about 2 days ago. They gave it to me at 8,500, but today it's about 22,000. So what are we saying? The cost of living is people are suffering. Then the president talked about restructuring. I remember when APC came on board in 2015, thereabout. It was the same our president now that talked about restructuring and hunger. And unfortunately, nothing has been done. Without restructuring, there will be no even development. Restructuring in the sense that states should be allowed to manage their resources and pay some fees to the central. That was how it was before. On the issue of NIM, my question is does it mean that the banks are still opening accounts without asking their customers to get their NIM?
BVN.
No, BVN and NIM. You see, unfortunately, we have a passport, we have driver's license, we have BVN, we have NIM. The same information, which means there's no data. Then how many bandits from the bank and depositors have always said talk is cheap until and unless we do the right thing, until and unless we get the right people that we. Let me first comment on the anything short of that, Nigeria will go. That's just the basic truth. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you.
Good
morning to you.
I want to talk number one for all actions that are taken. That's a good leader. That's how it's supposed to talk. Government will embarrass 3 men. So, it's not like that you do. That's any majority of us now. This also student removal, floating of Naira, goes to make majority of Nigeria please campaign. But with the majority of Nigeria, from the right, I just want to appeal to Mr. President. Again, they derive from this information. They suspend it wisely. Electricity should be 24/7 in this country. Let me stop for that. And for the Lagos State government, I say kudos to my governor. Red light is on today. Lagos is forward. And I'm praying to see expect more of it. Finally, Madam Sage, the subsidy away. See what is going to happen to Nigeria. Why I want to say this. When we are paying subsidy, the former minister said they are paying 80 billion in a day. It means majority of this importer, they take it to neighboring country to make profit. Look at now, what we are using internally now, look at percentage we are using. Not that the generator user, the vehicle user that make it to be low. No, it's because they take this out of the country to make money and they pay them for subsidy. We want to do away with corruption for better Nigeria.
Thank you. Good morning to you too. Back to Facebook. Issa Benjamin says, good morning, Mainland FM. I believe it's no longer hate speech to say that the campaign of the president has not been beneficial. It all started under the former president Buhari, and it's not policy of the leaders have turned Nigeria into. Today, most of the things produced and consumed in Nigeria are of low quality because of the high cost of raw materials of producers. Quality and quantity of product has been reduced, which pose a danger to the Nigerian economy. For me, it's like Mr. President does not know what we're passing through at the moment. If he does, he would prioritize matters of urgency over what is being done now. Coming to Lagos to commission the Red Rail line is not as important to Lagosians who are really suffering of hunger and hardship presently, and this is a misplacement of priority. Nigerians are hungry and they need food. Benjamin from Shogunle. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. We have another one here. Good morning. Hello, Mainland FM. And everybody in the studio. The president is taking full responsibility for his economic policies. We Nigerians have to accept it, but please help us send the army to the farms to protect our farmers. For the LNLC, they should remember that this is the Tinubu government and not that of the former president. Nobody should pity me, is what the president said. Subsidy is gone. I will keep the ground running, and Nigerians have to find a way to take care of themselves. A message from Christopher F. Young. Thank you very much, Christopher, for your message. I'm going to go back to WhatsApp at this time to take a few more messages. If you're just joining us, this is Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. This is Mainland Focus, where we open the phone lines, open our streaming platforms, WhatsApp, text message platforms as well, so that you can be a part of the show. And on open mic, you get 2 minutes to call and talk about anything that you consider to be important to you. I'm currently reading WhatsApp messages at this time, but in a few minutes I'll go back to the phone lines so that those who want to participate via phone can also do so. My name is Sage Babalola. Now, we have on WhatsApp, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will succeed. Look, some Nigerians believe what the president is doing is good and it's a move in the right direction, while others see it as a good move in the wrong direction, and there are some who say it is the wrong move in the wrong direction. Lastly, some may say it's a good move, but the timing is wrong. But what I see is that the president will succeed and all Nigerians would praise him at the end. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless the president. Let's have hope and confidence in the leadership of our dear president. Nigeria shall be good. This is a message from Alaba Alakpe from Sabo Ijewu Onibaujo. Thank you very much, Alaba Alakpe. We have another message here. Good morning, Mainland FM. It's a pity that Nigerians are yet to learn from past mistakes. Where the wife of the president said her husband is not a magician, Mr. President is also saying that he has not promised Nigerians. He never said that. Well, thank you very much for your message. He never said that. And I really don't have the time to start debunking information like that one. Good morning, Mainland FM. This is Gege Joshua from Ebute Meta. Restructuring is really one of the solutions to our problems in Nigeria. But how it would happen is that we don't know. I don't think the North would... Oh my God. Thank you very much for your message. We have another one here. It would have been more honorable for the president to apologize to Nigerians for his party not being able to carry out the restructuring that they mounted before coming to power almost 9 years ago. It's not just about him telling us that he will not hurry on the issue. They will learn to promise only the things that they can do. And I think putting Nigerians in the 5th or 6th position in line of the largest economy in Africa is being too gracious. Our economic condition right now is miserable beyond description, and the earlier we tell ourselves the truth, the better and healthier for our collective souls. It's bad enough that things are really bad, but it's not that great that we don't even have good enough leadership to take us to the El Dorado that we want. Whoever did this to us, may God have mercy. Steve from Ijaniki. We have another one here. Good morning, Mainland FM. I want to ask, is it H... Oh, dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord. Thank you very much for your message, all right? Thank you. Let me just go back to the phones, all right? Thank you. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Sunday calling from Abuja.
All right, Sunday. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, this is okay, let me start this way. The NLC calling off the protest just about the time we're about to join and then make our Nigerians really felt disappointed about it. And up till now, I'm yet to recover from that. That's not fair. That's not fair. You know, howling out of situations where everyone is concerned here. I was meant to buy groundnut yesterday, and I could not afford it. If I could not afford groundnut, then where will I be able to afford? Now, number two, I hope Lagos State will learn from what's happening in Abia. Because if you say, if such projects happen in a state like Abia, what do you say about Lagos And then number 3, in the case of agriculture, this thing is very simple. States should be compelled to allocate land for products, like having us the whole of Niger State and one other state, do rice production, and then another state cassava production, and another state yam production. I mean, for the whole nation. And they said like Lagos State should go to another country, another state that has big land, take land from there, and then they can do the proper paperwork and then produce. This thing is not skyrocketing. I mean, this thing is not rocket science. You can have the graduates, you build for them, build houses for them, and then load all these graduates who have read agri and economics and accounting who are wasting away, build houses for them on this farmland, buy farm implements and have them, have drivers among them, then make a roster, graduates will be more than happy to have a room self contained, room and parlor self contained, depending on their and good accommodation, and they will work on all of these farms. But what we are seeing the president do is pay adamant, body language to corruption, pay adamant body language to things and then paying attention to things that should not have been. You apportion money for all of these people. People were billionaires before you make them great, before you make them get them political appointments, and then you come there and still give them more. We are not happy. We are not happy. If I campaign for him, I am disappointed. If we're still having this, and he's not saying anything about corruption, it's just like Lagos State government, not saying anything about the ideologies. Anytime he has them questions about this, just shy away from it. We are not happy with the president that he's not doing anything about corruption, because the main problem in this country is not leadership. The main problem is the inability to make the laws of the country work. Good morning, and thank you.
Thank you very much for your call. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Your name, where you're calling from?
Bumi calling from Command.
All right.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I really like to ask genuine question, and that's what I always love Nigerians to ask. This is the way they cajole. Subsidy is bad. Subsidy is bad. Subsidy is bad. Everybody is saying restructuring. We can restructure for good, and the restructuring can come and it can be for bad. Let's know what we are restructuring. Then who is going to restructure for us? Is this same bad politician who restructure something good for us? Let's ask genuine questions. If they are going to restructure, if they have bad hands and they are going to restructure, are they going to restructure for their own good or for the good of the masses? That is what we are failing to ask again now. Everybody is shouting restructuring. If this same set of people restructure for us, I think I don't think we have something bad again than this. But we should ask them, we should first fight for our rights first before any nonsense person will come and restructure something that will better them and not favor the masses. That is one point that we should quickly address now before anything will come and restructure any nonsense for us. And secondly, based on the drugs and everything you are saying, the truth is we are living in step denial, and the government is living the first step to taking the right decision is first admitting that there is something wrong. They did not admit that they are doing anything bad. That is one thing that is even limiting them from seeing the true solution.
No, but the president said he's taking responsibility for everything that is going on. That's we can say we are taking responsibility. Everyone is taking responsibility for what I'm saying now. But am I doing anything to take the responsibility? Okay, I'm taking responsibility and I'm sleeping. You can say anything that you want, but let us see the responsibility that you are taking in your actions. Let us see how you call down everything. Let us see how you want to make things where you say you want to make a presidential order. What is the presidential order? What's the executive order? What is the content of the order? Thank you.
What are we doing presently? Not talk, not cheap talks. Cheap talk doesn't make country good.
Thank you.
God bless this nation.
God bless you too. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Sech.
Good morning.
Is it open mic or you have a particular topic that
it's open mic. Please introduce yourself, sir. It is open mic Thursday.
That's very good. Thank you.
Please tell us your name, sir.
My name is Salau.
Yeah, okay, welcome, sir.
You're welcome. Sech.
Yes.
You see, my own take is on the Russia report or whatever. You understand? For me, it's diversionary. Anytime there is national issue, Anytime that there is something that Nigerians are asking questions, the government of today will come with another story. Today, the issue of the lady in something they do of humanitarian distance, it's no longer, nobody is asking questions about that. You understand? Hello?
I'm with you.
Why? Because when Nigerians are asking questions, they came with the relocation of CBN, whatever department to Lagos. And that issue, they diverted their attention from Nigeria and become a forgotten issue. Now, people are hungry, no food to eat. Children are losing their parents. You understand? People are dying because of looking of what to eat. They came with the issue of a recent report of 12 years ago. You understand? We should learn how to ask questions. Hello, Sage. Am I communicating?
I am listening to you. I don't want to interrupt you.
Okay, thank you. Now look at people that lost their life somewhere in a customs office just to get what to eat. You understand? And paying money into somebody's hand. You don't know who I pay to. I've never seen a country where a country is auctioning something, selling something that's in cash, 10,000 in cash. Who is collecting that money? By now, this CG, the controller general of customs supposed to be 10. FCC supposed to, how many bags did they sell? Who are those people that are selling those bags to the Nigeria? Who is responsible of the death of those people? And nobody is asking questions. And they are coming with a recent report, whatever. This is an open corruption.
Thank you very much for your call. We appreciate you. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Mrs. Page.
Yes, morning to you.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
You too.
Yes, my name is Madam Bello Osman. I am calling from Imo.
Oh.
Okay, thank you. You see, the issue of Orasaya report that President has approved and ordered the what is her name, Zainab, to look into it and given 12 weeks to look into it is a welcome development. And also the president also talked about the report. Orasaya report also talked about the mergers of some ministry departments and scrap some of the ministry should be scrapped also to save the cost of governance. It's true. If actually this will see the light of day, the first thing that the president should do, or the first thing to scrap, should be office of the first lady, who is not being elected as a first lady.
There's no office of the first lady. It doesn't exist. We don't have it.
But Nigerian
allocations are made to the office, but it's not recognized.
Which is not legal. That office, as far as I'm concerned, that office, number one, is unconstitutional. That office, as far as I'm concerned, is not even recognized by law. So how can allocated Nigerian funds to such office, not only to the president, all the 33 state governors, their wife also has been addressed as the first lady, who elected them to be first lady. My wife is the only first lady that I have. The wife of my state governor is not my first lady. I don't know her as my first lady. Then those offices should be scrapped. If they are businesswomen, they should go about their businesses. They should embark on the personal business of their own. And if they can't, then they should remain in their business. Should remain in the kitchen and the bedroom, like former President Muhammad Buhari told his wife some 2 years ago. If not, okay, look at how much was allocated to the wife of the president to purchase for her, about 5.something billion. Is that office recognized by any Nigerian law? Is it not also a cost of government?
Thank you very much.
So it should be applicable to every 32 state government. You understand? Not only wife of the president.
Thank you very much for your call. Let's go back to Facebook for a little bit. Join us on Facebook, Mainland 98.3 FM, or facebook.com/Mainland 98.3 FM. Like, share, follow, comment. Most importantly, we'd like you to share these videos so that those who are also on your Facebook page can have access to the videos. After the live stream, the videos are made available on our page. So even if you're not able to to watch the video live now or participate live, you can always go back anytime you like, watch the videos, and still be able to drop your comment and even engage with others who have been in the comment section. That's the advantage of our social media platform. So join us on Facebook and YouTube. We're currently streaming live, Mainland 98.3 FM, or facebook.com/Mainland 98.3 FM on our streaming platform. I'm going there now to take a few messages, and we have Basil Chika on Facebook saying Tinubu is in Lagos to commission the red line, which is a good development, but there are serious biting issues bedeviling the country right now that need urgent intervention, like hunger, the economic crisis, and insecurity. I heard the president said he takes responsibility for everything, but he cannot put food on the table of the citizens. What we need is action. That is what can bring the pressure down. Chika Bende from Tredfair, thank you very much. Christopher F. Young also on Facebook says, good morning everybody in the studio. Our president is taking full responsibility for his economic policies. We Nigerians have to accept it. Please help us send the army to the farms to protect our farmers. As for the NLC, they should remember that this is the Tinubu government and this is Tinubu's turn. Nobody should pity me is what he said. Subsidy is gone is something else he said. I will hit the ground running. That is what he says. Thank you very much. We also have here Hyacinth Kanyito. I'm sorry if I said your last name wrong. Hyacinth said, good morning Mainland FM. In one of the president's speech, he said he's putting out plans that may help in putting an end to economic hardship. We're currently facing it. That's to tell Nigerians that he does not know exactly what to do. May God help us. Ogbeni Leke Kayode, still on Facebook, says, good morning Mainland FM. Someone cannot even afford granite anytime. Okay, thank you. Kule Kayode says, dollar is the world currency. You cannot ban it. How do you engage in international trade? They're not saying ban the currency. Ban spending the currency in your own country. It is not legal. It's in the law. You're not allowed to spend the currency of another country within your own country. They're not saying ban it for international trade. They're saying spending it in the country. You shouldn't spend dollars in your country when your currency is the naira. Kunle Kayode, that's what they're saying. But anyways, the message proceeds. It says floating our currency is a given and it has adverse effects on the economy. Inflation is the major challenge and the CBN is fighting it with various policies that are gradually strengthening the naira. It will take time, but the prices of goods and inflation will come down in due course. Also, restructuring is a long-term discussion. Let us solve the teething problems before we jump into state police, decentralization of government, etc. As for electricity, when we are ready to pay the real cost of power, we will get it. For food shortages, the state government need to do better than sharing seedlings and fertilizers. Their agricultural policies must mirror that of the federal government. To allow for subnational growth across Nigeria, they must solve financing, land use challenges, mechanization, training, etc. Thank you very much, Kunle Kayode, for your message. We have more here. Rashid Taurid on Facebook says, good morning, my people. Our suffering is long overdue, from military to civilian, from Obasanjo to Yaradua to Jonathan, Buhari, and now this administration. My question now is, where does the future lie and where are we heading to? These politicians need to do better. Nigeria should wake up. Thank you very much, Rashid Taurid, for your message on Facebook. We appreciate you. You can still send your messages. We still have a few more minutes of Mainland Focus for this morning, but I would like to spend that time taking phone calls and then round things off with WhatsApp messages. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Sage.
Yes, good morning to you, sir.
My name is Ifeanyi from Ekpaja.
Welcome. Go ahead, sir.
Please, well, everybody is entitled to his own or his or her opinion.
Yeah.
People are commending to President Tinubu for trying to adopt the WG report, but forgetting that the Justice Waste report is more important than the WG report or recommendation. Justice Waste report is one of the documents that will shake this country and move this country forward. Again, that is number one. Then secondly, our governor in Lagos State here is busy commissioning railway stations. How about the inner route? Go to ᴏᴜᴜᴜ from Idiro to Odusha. It's no good area. Ordinary drainage has condemned that road entirely. Then the food market you opened at Idiro, you have Idiro market there where they sell food from other parts of the country. But the guy is a stone throw from the food hub he opened there.
No activity in that food hub. Nothing is going on there, and they are busy promoting it all around, or even on radio stations. Nothing is happening there. I expected them to relocate that Ijuru food stop market to that very food hub, and so that place will be cleared up. If you go to that Ijuru bus stop, sewage, all these vehicles they used to park everything, they are there. They are even using that Ijuru bus stop to do construction of so many things. And the Lagos State Ministry of Environment, they pass there every day as they see. Finally, come to yesterday when I was coming home, at airport bus stop, a guy vehicle break down because he did not have enough fuel. I have to borrow him my rubber. I gave him my water rubber to go and buy fuel from National Filling Station. Before 2 seconds, area boys gathered this guy. They started beating him until he gave them 10,000 naira before they allowed him to go with my cake and buy fuel. The same thing as under the issue. In the presence of that force officer, last month, those boys will be collecting money from people. If you carry ordinary luggage that you buy from an arena, they will stop you and collect money from you. 2 places. They will tell you to go and call task force for them. I don't know if they're working with the task force or last month. In the presence of the task force, they will be even the so-called Kai, they will be there seeing this riffraff, nuclear disturbing people, and they will not see anything. They will even tell you to go and call task force for them. You should work on the environment. It is more important than all these railway lines. It is more important.
Thank you.
Environment. Simple.
Thank you very
much.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Sid, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
It's Joe from Bariga.
Welcome.
Sid, the cost of drugs is so high. And now we that is operating in NHIS, all the whole hospital have dropped us off. They said because of cost of drugs, and the government have not changed prices. So you see, when we talk, let us chip in all these things so that government will be aware that the cost of drugs is so high, so that they should change or adapt to the new prices in the hospitals when we registered. So that is what I want to complain this morning. Thank you. Sage.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We will definitely look into that. Health insurance at this time, a lot of insurance companies have made adjustment to their health plans, to accommodate the new cost medical bills. I'll try to do something tomorrow. Hopefully get somebody from an insurance company to join us tomorrow on Health Plus. It airs every Friday from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Hopefully we're able to get somebody from insurance to talk to us about adjustments to insurance payment premium because of the rising cost of medication and even services being offered to sick people. I hope you're able to join, and I really, really hope I'm able to get somebody to attend to me tomorrow on the show. But thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. I don't think I can take any more calls this morning unless you're able to speak for a minute, and I doubt that. Well, on Facebook we have Hyacinth Tehemen saying, why not take bold steps of stopping the use of dollars in the country the same way Egypt has done? That is the only way we can save Nigeria from this problem. Ibilade Ambo says Tinubu will restructure Nigeria when Nigeria is ready for it. Well, on this note, I would have to say thank you so much for your participation. We appreciate you for joining us all morning. We're going to take a few commercials very soon, and then we would have the show Creative Nigeria air on the station. Thank you so very much for coming along with us in the Morning Express. We're still here. We've gone through the news, we've had conversations, but then let's talk about other aspects of Nigeria, which is what Creative Nigeria aims to do every single morning when they come on air every Thursday. So after the commercials that we have lined up for you, Creative Nigeria will air, and you can talk about the beauty that Nigeria has to offer in the midst of all of the quagmires that we're dealing with. My name is Sage Babalola. Thank you so much for your messages across all our platforms. Please, we implore you to follow us on social media, not just for the live stream. We constantly drop information on our social media platforms. We tell you about programs. We also are hosting spaces on X or Twitter, if that's what you still know it as. We host conversations on X. We would give you the timetable once we have it properly structured so that you can know the dates where we're going to have this conversation on X. We want young people to also participate. Give your ideas ideas. Let's converse. People from divergent backgrounds will join us on this platform. People with different orientations will join us on this platform, and we can share ideas. So please join us on social media. Follow us, like all our posts, share. You can always go back to watch programs that we've had in case you could not join us live. They're uploaded on our pages as well. You can go and watch them, and you can even still engage with those who have commented on these posts. Those are the advantages that we're offering you by following us on social media. My name is Sage Babalola. Let's take this few commercials. We'll have Creative Nigeria at 11:30. We'll have the news headlines for you, and at 12 noon we give you the full bulletin. Don't go anywhere. We're still the sound of Lagos, Mainland 98.3 FM.
Follow us on all our social media platforms.